Hello, welcome to a game called Sweet Dreams. In this game, we're on a train and we begin to feel sleepy, and then I think we encounter someone. So, let's check it out. Yawn. Lee. So that's us. I'm pooped. Can't wait to just collapse in a nice, comfy bed. You yawn again. At this point, it's a fight to even keep your eyes open. Tiredly, you pull out your phone to check your arrival status. Not for another hour, huh? This place is really out in the boonies. Your destination is Border Springs, an idyllic little countryside town. It's where you were born and raised, although you have little to no memory of the place anymore. I want to go home already. This entire trip has been your mother's idea. Ring ring. Speak of the devil. Hello? Lee? Unruly red hair, piercing eyes, a successful and ruthless businesswoman. Even now, as she speaks to her only child, there is not a hint of tenderness in her features. Dang. Wait, is this like a hologram? Are we on FaceTime? Hi, Mom. Did you arrive yet? Not for another hour. I see. How's the ride been so far? It's different. Everything here is outdated. This train looks like it was made like 200 years ago. 147 years ago. The railroad never bothered to upgrade it, but it does its job. Once a week, it goes to and from the nearest city for supplies, picking up the occasional passenger on the way, although people don't tend to take this route in the first place. You should be glad it's still running. The only other alternative to getting to Border Springs is by foot. Thank you, Miss CEO of Trains. It still sucks, and I still want to go home. You're spoiled, that's why. I've coddled you for far too long. You do nothing all day but stay in your room playing video games. That's what I do. It's time you get out into the real world. By shipping me off to some place so remote it doesn't even show up on the map, it's your birthplace. You'll be thanking me, Lee. Besides, you have Petunia there. I'm not even that close with her anymore. We've barely spoken since I moved. You got along just fine 10 years ago. Make it work. 10 years ago, dang. I have a meeting to go to soon. Let me know when you arrive. Bye, little plum. Sigh. Bye, Mom. So much for that, I guess. You look around the passenger car. Like your mother said, there weren't many people taking this train in the first place. The passenger car was practically empty, and ideally, you'd use this time to doze off a little. Keyword being ideally. Oh, who's that creepy guy? Oh, babe, I love you so much. I love you so much more. Mwah, mwah, mwah. It's not like I'm gonna get a wink of sleep anyway, with how loud that couple behind me has been this entire ride. Oh, that was me looking over at them. I'll just go to the restroom. Splashing some cold water on my face might help wake me up. You get up out of your seat and... Ow! Excuse... the devil boy? Me? Craw? How do you say that? Ah, a familiar face looks back at you with concern. Are you hurt? No, sorry, I wasn't looking where I was going. You squint at him. Those droopy eyes and nervous demeanor. He reminds you of someone. Have we met before? Are you hitting on me? What? No, I'm not. Sorry, It was a dumb question anyway. No, not at all. I'm Crow. He shyly motions to himself. I work here. Let me know if you need anything. I'm at your service. Right. You yawn in his face, but quickly catch yourself. Sorry, that was rude. I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm just really tired. You shake your head, hoping you didn't offend the poor dude with your rude behavior. Don't know what's up with me today. That's alright. You must have had a long trip. Yeah, I've been traveling all day. I can tell by those impressive bags underneath your eyes. Dang. Why would you say that? Is it that bad? No, you're perfect. Oh, I know. How about something caffeinated to drink? It'll be on us. As an apology for bumping into you. A black coffee for sure. You could definitely use some caffeine in your system. I still remember that one time I drank like 3 cups to pull an all-nighter studying for an exam. I could always rely on a nice warm brew to keep me up. That would be nice. I'd like a... You yawn, interrupting yourself midway. You blink back the tears. Crow gives you a smile. Rest up for a little bit. I'll have your coffee ready as soon as possible. He starts to walk away. Hey man, I hear you're giving out free drinks. Oh, great. How about 2 more for us as well? It's our anniversary. The girlfriend cuddles closer to her boyfriend in a display of, I don't know, showing off how not single she is. Crow gives him a polite smile, but it's clear he's not quite sold on the idea. Sensing the imminent rejection, she turns to you for backup. Help a girlie out? It's our anniversary. New drinking game. Take a shot every time she mentions her anniversary. Despite the girl's incessant nagging, you still feel obliged to assist her. But even if I want to help out, it's still really impolite for me to impose on Crow's generosity by asking for additional drinks. I'll have to turn the couple down. You turn to face the couple, who are giving you that hopeful, expectant look. With their puppy dog eyes, I'll just offer to cover their part of the bill. That way everybody's happy, even if it's at your own expense. You nod to yourself, having decided on the best course of action. How about I just pay for the... Well, I can't be disappointing our lovely patrons on such a special day now, can I? The pair visibly perk up at his sudden shift in tone. So what would you two like? I'll have some drought beer. How about you, babe? Surprise me. But make sure it's romantic drink made with lots of love. Aw, you're so cute. You're so cute. I love you. Mwah. Their mushiness and unabashed PDA makes you cringe a little inside. Crow, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be the least bit phased. Of course, a very happy anniversary to the lovely couple. I'll be back momentarily with everyone's beverages. Thanks, man. Don't take too long now. Oh, she's annoying. Having gotten what they wanted, the two go back to loudly cooing over one another. You slump back into your seat, revealed that the unwanted attention has been shifted off of you. Unfamiliar scenery passes you by as you stare out the window. This is the first time I've traveled so far away on my own. In fact, I can hardly remember the last time I left my apartment, not since I dropped out of school anyway. Was the sky always this blue? I never knew how pretty it could be. You drowsily open your phone, hoping to send a picture to Petunia. Connection lost? It was fine earlier. You won't have much luck getting a signal from here on out. Whoa. You nearly jump out of your seat. You didn't hear him approach you. Did I scare you? A little. Sorry about that. He gingerly hands you a piping hot cup of coffee. You grab the cup, taking a tentative sip. The coffee is rich and strong, smooth in flavor and a soothing aroma. You blink. Whoa, this is really good. He beams. I'm glad you like it. He motions to the seat across from you. Mind if I join you? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to overstep my boundaries. It's not often I get to chat with others while I'm on my shift, since we rarely have anyone else on board the train. He looks embarrassed, and you feel a twinge of guilt. No, it's okay. You can sit down. Thank you. You sigh. You just can't say no to others, especially not when they have that lost puppy dog look on them. He plops down across from you with a sweet smile, and you're able to take a good look at him for the first time. White hair, red eyes, long lashes, and a gentle expression. He seems so otherworldly. You're sure you'd remember someone with such distinct features? Yeah, freaking devil red eyes, I would remember that. And yet, what's with the weird sense of deja vu? Sit in silence, make conversation. Let's make conversation. I don't want to be awkward. Socializing has never been your strong point, but you do want to get to know him better. You attempt to strike up a conversation. So, you desperately grasp at something, anything to say. Your eyes rest at his amelanistic hair. You have white hair? Okay, that was bad. Terrible, even. You pray to every god imaginable under the sun that he didn't take offense to the inquiry. There was a small look of panic on his face. Do you not like it? Huh? No, not at all. It's just a little unusual. I've never seen anyone with white hair before, not even in Midport. Midport? That big port city? Yeah. Have you been there? It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I've never left Border Springs before. Really? From what your mom had told you, the only way to get in and out of that sleepy rural town of Border Springs is via this specific train, due to its difficult surrounding terrain. You'd have assumed that someone with such easy access to transportation would have taken the opportunity to travel and work elsewhere. So all this time, you just worked on this particular train but never left your hometown for someplace new? He sheepishly stares at the ground. I like this train. He clearly has other reasons, but his attempt at an excuse is, if anything, comically endearing. You can't help but find it cute. Hee. What is it? Nothing. I'm just having fun. Me too. Okay, we got music. For you, talking to others was a strenuous task. You often struggle with finding the right topics, the right words, the right way to behave. But with Crow, you felt strangely comfortable in simply being yourself. It almost felt as if the two of you were merely old friends doing some catching up. You haven't had this much fun talking to anyone in a long time. But although you wanted to continue your conversation, extreme fatigue was starting to settle in. Your eyelids feel heavy and your movements sluggish. You try to blink back the sleepiness, to no avail. Sorry, tired. Crow shakes his head and smiles. Here. He leans forward, gently pressing his forehead to yours. What is that gonna do? He removes his gloves, placing a hand on the side of your face. You attempt to move back, but he firmly holds you in place. Don't move. You feel the heat rising to your face. Instantly, a feeling of clarity becomes you, and you begin to feel awake. He has superpowers? With renewed vigor, you pull back, face still beet red. What was that? Crow leans back and smiles, pulling his gloves back on. He rises from his seat with a playful quip. Looks like that woke you up. He's got a surprisingly cheeky side as well. Were you trying to shock me awake? You could say that. Oh, I forgot to finish up something in the other car. I have to go. He starts to leave, but you find yourself calling out after him. Crow. He turns to you, a little surprised. What is it? I'll be around Border Springs for the next few months. I, don't have a lot of friends, if I'm being honest, but I feel like we would get along. So would you, like to hang out sometime, if you're around? Really? Really? You nod your head. You can feel your face grow warm at your own boldness. It was pretty out of character for you to do something like this, and the nervousness was starting to settle in. But Crow doesn't seem to notice. In fact, he seems pretty overwhelmed himself. I would, yes. I could show you around Border Springs. Yeah, that sounds fun. It's a promise then, okay? He holds out a pinky, and you can't help but laugh at the childlike gesture. You reach out and hook your pinky around his. Promise? Crow sways back and forth in excitement. Thank you, Lee. I'll be sure to make you happy. He pauses mid-celebration as if suddenly remembering something. I got so excited I nearly forgot again. There's something I really need to finish up doing in the other car. He gives you a sheepish smile. Sorry, I've got some things to attend to, but I'll catch up to you when it's time for us to get off. Make sure to wait for me right here, okay? So that I can find you later. He waves you goodbye as he exits the passenger car. You respond with a small wave of your own, before looking out at the passing scenery from your window. There's a warm and giddy feeling in your chest from having made a new friend. Maybe this trip to Border Springs won't be so bad after all. Ending 1, an old friend. Wow, that wasn't horrible at all. I'm gonna see if we can skip through the decisions again, so that we can see what would happen if we are rude, I guess. So the first option we got was black coffee or green tea. I don't think this is going to do a whole lot to the story, but we're going to say green tea. You could definitely use some caffeine in your system. My dad used to be obsessed with green tea. Time to see what the hype is all about. That would be nice. I'd like a... And then you yawn again midway, you blink back the tears. Rest up for a bit. I'll have your green tea ready as soon as possible. So it doesn't seem like that changed anything. The next decision we had was to either talk to him or sit in silence. And I said make conversation, but we're gonna sit in silence this time and see if it gets weird. You did invite him to sit down, but if you're being honest here, you're not a very sociable person. In fact, you have almost no interest in talking to this stranger at all. Curse my introversion. This is why you have no friends, Lee. You sit in uncomfortable silence for a while, unsure of what to say or do. After a while, Crow decides to take the initiative. What brings you to Border Springs? Oh, just visiting. From where? Midport. Ah, so that's where you've been all this time? The big city? Yeah, I live there. There's a curious look in his eye. When's the last time you came to Border Springs? Oh, wow, probably like 10 years or so? I don't know. Why did it take you so long to come back? You instinctively reach up to check if your bangs are still properly covering up the scar on your forehead? Oh, we got another decision. Let's see if we can make it as bad as possible. Let's avoid the question. You attempt to diverge the conversation elsewhere. School, I guess? Busy with academics and all that stuff. No time for a vacation. And you're done with school now? Oh, yeah, I dropped out. Dang. I see. If you don't mind me asking, what happened? I mean, you squirm uncomfortably in your seat. It's always difficult to answer questions regarding your academic life. Nobody wants to be known as the loser dropout who failed their parents and society as a whole. Your palms begin to feel sweaty as you desperately search for a way to navigate around the topic. A hand on your shoulder brings you back into reality and you look up at Crow, who gives you a concerned smile. Are you okay? You take a shaky breath in and nod. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, didn't mean to dump all that on a stranger. Crow shakes his head. No, I was the one who asked. Thank you for indulging me. Yeah, no problem. I'd love to talk with you some more, but I do have other passengers to attend to. But I'll be back shortly to collect your cup. Would you mind waiting here for me until I return? Sure, I mean, there's nothing else for me to do anyway. Crow beams. Wonderful. Well then, I'll be back. It was nice talking, Lee. He rises from his seat, gives you a small bow before exiting the passenger car to the dining car, closing the door behind him. You watch him leave, then fidget around nervously. There's something off-putting about him. You sigh. You've never been good with strangers, or people in general. He's been nothing but kind to you, and here you are, struggling to like the guy. Oh well. I'll try my best to get along with him, but I don't owe him anything for getting me a free drink. We'll just say our goodbyes after this train ride and go our separate ways. You stare out the window. The silence is almost permeating. Huh? You turn around, peeking over the seats behind you. The couple sitting there is gone. They must have gotten off at some point. No wonder it was so quiet. You look back at your empty cup. It was nice to have a warm drink, but if anything, you feel drowsier than before. I guess the caffeine isn't kicking in. You try to move, but your body feels heavy. Uh-oh. You collapse back into your seat, your mind hazy. Oh great, are we drugged? What's going on? You try to grab your phone, but you find yourself unable to move your hands. Gotta call for somebody. You hear approaching footsteps and a worried voice call out to you. Lee? Are you alright? Really tired. You feel yourself falling over. Here, let me help you. Crow removes his gloves, pulling you upright into your seat. Ew. He nestles your head into his shoulder, gently brushing aside stray strands of hair from your face. Poor thing, you must be exhausted. Go on and sleep. Just leave it all to me, okay? You can rest as long as you need to. I'll take care of you until you wake up. You mumble out a thanks, too tired to properly process anything, but grateful for his assistance. His fingers gently sift through your hair, and the soothing motion is the last thing you remember before your vision blurs and the world fades into black. Your bangs have gotten longer. Oh, you used to be taller than me. Who the freak is this guy? You've changed so much, but I'd still recognize you anywhere. Do you remember our promise? You said you'd be with me forever. Ooh, is this an ex-boyfriend? You won't disappear. You won't disappear off someplace again, will you? Ha 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 ha. You would. You'll leave me again. You'll abandon me again. But that's okay. You see, I've changed too. I don't need you to hold on to me anymore, because I won't be letting go of you a second time. We'll be arriving soon. Sweet dreams, Lee. There is much for us to catch up on. Ending 2, sweet dreams. Wow. So he kidnaps us, pretty much. I'm not sure if there is a third ending. I don't think there's too many options for us to kind of go through. But that was good. I enjoyed that. If you guys enjoyed this indie horror game, let me know down in the comments below. You can also let me know on my Discord. I'll leave that link down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.